Hello, in this video I'm going to be picking and disassembling and then reassembling this, I guess, Lock brand. Lock. Lock is the only thing I see on the key, and I do not see anything on the rim, cylinder, or plug, no other markings. This is a lock I got in a sort of a bag of random pen tumblers. And I have actually, in full disclosure, taken this apart and reassembled it a few times tonight, and just had a bunch of I guess lessons learned, I'll call them, or a lot of mistakes. I'll show you right here. I've had to replace the pen or the springs on it. I damaged the springs on this a few times, just sort of learning how I should be taking it apart and putting it back together. Which has been a painful experience, and I'll sort of show you why there. But I am going to pick it again first for fun. The first time I picked it, it was really easy. I wasn't sure why. I guess it was broken before, and then I broke it even more. Trying to take it apart. I'm not 100% sure if it was broken when I got it or not. I got it a while back, and I just don't remember, to be honest. Alright, took a little while, but we got it open. Alright, cool. So that's open there. I'm going to go ahead and lock it back up and use the keys to disassemble it. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the little C-clip there. And I am going to remove the tail piece. After that, there's this additional little washer right here that just comes off. At this point, I'm going to put the key in it. I am not going to just pull the cylinder out. I am going to slide this shim material down top the keyway all the way down. And this is something I've seen other people doing in their videos, and I wasn't sure why they did it all the time, if it was to make it like smoother when they remove the plug or not. But in this case, it's very important to keep help keep the pins or the springs from getting caught up. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. It'll be easier to see when I take this out. Very carefully slide it out. And try to keep that shim with it. Keep a good seal there. I'm just going to go straight out. Okay, nice. No, no springs falling out, no driver pins falling out. That's a big deal. So do you see this plug here? You see how it's got these grooves in it? So that means is if it's offset a little bit when you start to pull it out, all of those driver pins and springs are going to fall down in there, and they just get mangled. They just get destroyed. And you know, even if you're not using that piece of shim material, but if it gets caught up, I mean, if it just gets slightly off center, it'll go down there, and so it's a real pain. It's kind of a pain to get the key perfectly lined up, but that is the real lesson learned there. I'll open this up and we can look at the pins real quick. There's nothing special about the key pins. You can see there. I'll go ahead and pull out the driver pins real quick. Okay. Move this now. Rotate it. Pull this back. Okay, there's the first one. Spring. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and pull all these out now because they are all the same, and so you will see. Don't want to lose these. Alright, so you can see all of these driver pins are the same. You can see all the new springs I put in. Here, I'll try to get this on close up on the camera for you. They're kind of interesting. They're like these really slight spool pins, but just very, very, very slight, if you can see that. They're very rounded too, so I'm not even sure they're spool pins because they're sort of smooth all the way around. Some of them, it looks like maybe one of them there, that second one, has got a little bit of a catch, but the rest are pretty round. And then if you look at the plug is also rounded there at the top, so there's nothing really to catch on them. I think that makes this a little bit easier to pick. And there you can see it's like this was actually two pieces sort of fused together by that seam down the middle. I'm not sure if you can see that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start putting this back together so you can see that too. I'll start at the back. front. The fact that there's like no labels or wording or anything on the oh wow, almost lost that guy. I'm gonna go from the back again. No, that was 4, but I think it'll just be easier for me to do from the back. Spent way too much time looking for pins on the floor. That is not a fun process. Try to get a little bit better light in there. All right. Get 3 in there now. Oop, I need to get the spring in first. So these are, this is a Lab Monkey plug follower I got. Or wait, not Lab Monkey. It's just a Lab plug follower I got. And it's nicer than like the 3D printed ones I was using because it's smoother, but it's not as nice in the sense that it's got this really wide gap at the front, whereas the one I 3D printed didn't. And that can make it easier to get the driver pins in because they can't like roll around as much at the top. Alright, cool. So we got that there. Put this shim in there. It is hard to see exactly where the top of this is. I think that's part of the reason it's easy to get messed up. Alright, so let's put our key pins back in here. Now, if you're using the shim, I guess it shouldn't matter whether or not you put the key in or not. If you're not using the shim, you definitely need the key in. I'm going to do it with both. So I'm just going to keep this completely lined up. I'm going to hope that the shim helps in case anything does get a little disaligned. There we go. I'll go ahead and put the tailpiece and all that back on. Washer, tailpiece. This C-clip is really soft metal. I'm going to try to pinch that a little. Alright, so there it is, back together. I'm not sure if I showed you before, so if I didn't, I'm just going to show you again. Or if I did, I'll show you again. I tried this key in it, and this key does fit. This 1054 MT. Let's see here. That'll come into focus. IN33. And that does fit in the keyway. So I don't know if that's helpful for anybody. But anyways, yeah, that was my painful lesson learned on taking apart some locks and why I need to use this shim material, and probably safer to use the keys and the shim and keep everything straight and lined up in case it does have that kind of open serrated plug that can cause so much misery. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.